is
nearly
everyone?
Christmas.
How
It's
is
Nearly
everyone?
Christmas.
Yes, it nearly is. I think we're all a bit teared out, aren't we, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Teared off.
And
Teared
tears,
off.
literal
Teared off.
tears, teared off, tears, and in tier 4. Yeah.
But you're
I
in
know.
tier 4. I'm in tier 3 still up here, so at least we can shop. If naught else.
Yes. It happened so quickly, didn't it, on Saturday,
Yes.
whatever it was.
Extraordinary.
And all those people at the stations. I mean, talk
I
about
know.
bringing it out, not keeping the virus in and bringing it out. I mean, it's stupid.
Insane.
Crazy. Well, I got very self-righteous yesterday because my daughter was in tears. My son-in-law was in tears. They were so distraught because they had, you know, a lot of arrangements to have over Christmas. And I said to them, look, just think of all the people who haven't got a roof over their heads or, you know,
lonely,
or food on the table. And then she said, I know, Mum, but you know what? We are allowed to have our own feelings as well. And I thought, maybe I'm being a bit hard, you know?
Yeah. I did see a lady on one of the programs who lives on her own and hasn't seen her family since March.
Yes.
Wow.
And that did make me cry.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
did make me cry.
Exactly.
Because now she said, I don't know when I will ever see them. And I thank God I see my daughter and my grandchildren every day because I'm in that bubble.
Exactly.
Really, it's hard. And now they've shut most of the airports, or at least you can't go to. You can go to Spain. I think that's probably about the only one left that you can go to.
Sherry, there's something important that you said there that I feel I must bring up, which is that you can still shop. So I am emailing you my list, if that's okay.
Okay, I'll do all your Christmas shopping for you.
I just thought it would be a good idea because you're in tier 3, you can shop, darling.
Yes.
And I think all the girls will join in with that. So thank you,
The
darling.
strange thing is with me is I'm literally 10 minutes from tier 2 as well.
Oh my goodness.
That doesn't make sense, does it?
No,
none at all.
There are people now, they were saying that in West Sussex, I think some a part of West Sussex, that people are in tier 4 on one side of the road and tier 3 on the other side of the road. So people are just, this doesn't make, and none of it makes, I mean, am I alone in thinking, what on earth is going on?
No, I think everyone thinks that, Debbie.
As you said, it was such last minute. I mean, I think if we'd had some warning, it would have been easier. But because it was just like, right, everything's closing now. It was a shock, you know.
I know, and I'm worried because I've ordered my little grandson Archie. I've been looking for these blinking dinosaurs. I don't know if you've got. I don't know how if you've got a big like human Jurassic Park dinosaur things, and he loves them. So you know, obviously the whole house is full of them for both boys. So there's a special dinosaur that I've been trying to get hold of. I mean, I can't believe my life has turned into dinosaur hunting.
Yeah, of course.
It does.
But girls, on a lighter note, can I just say, Bill Bailey. I worked with Bill, and we had a wonderful time once on his fabulous reality show we did. He is the sweetest man you will ever meet in your life. And I'm so, when they said Bill, well, his shock, but I thought, oh my God.
Oh.
He's 55, which is no age, as we know. But, you know, can he move? My God, he's fabulous. So I'm thrilled.
Also, throughout the whole series, he's gained skills all along the way. And because he's a musician, he has that timing, that innate that's in his body already. But it was amazing and jubilant.
You know what? I think people should learn from him because he went into that show, you know, not necessarily a dancer, but with such commitment and such passion. And every week he came out and he fought for that position. Every week. He never once did you ever see him go back, you know, think, oh God, I'm not sure if I can do this. And no, in rehearsals, he was bang in there and he really deserves this. So
it was a wonderful year. I mean, all the contestants were amazing this year, I thought. It was really
they were.
And the final was absolutely exhilarating.
Yeah, stunning. Stunning.
Really,
So there
Patrick Robinson was on earlier in the year and he got down to the finals when he was in it. And I danced with him at a ball a few years ago. And oh my God, it was just the most incredible feeling. Because as I said, I can't dance with you. And he said, just stand there. No,
do you know what? Ballroom dancing is very, very sexy. Yeah. Because the man, my mum and dad were ballroom dancers, you see. So the man, as he takes you and his hand goes into the middle of your back and you feel it, it is the glorious feeling. And you just, if you allow yourself, you just go with it. Because I've danced with my father a lot and other people. It's fabulous feeling, that control, and you kind of go with it as long as you know what you're doing with your feet and never look at them.
Just look into my eyes and leave the rest to me, and it was kind of okay.
hence
I wonder, have we ever heard that?
Curse.
But do you remember watching it as kids though? Come dancing with those vast dresses. It was
Wonderful.
such an exciting thing. It was all in black and white then in those days, in the olden days. But it was such a lovely time to watch it. It was so lovely.
It was, and all the formation. Do you remember the formation dances? And they all cross like that.
Yeah, I know.
Love it.
You know, I had an aunt who was a ballroom dancer, and she used to have those big petticoats. So on the Saturday, she used to go to rehearse. And then on a Monday, she would wear a tweed suit. She was a secretary, an old-fashioned secretary. It was like two different people. It was amazing.
Very sexy thing, ballroom dancing. Should all try it.
I did try it with my ex-partner, and it made me actually go off him because he couldn't hold me.
No.
Honestly, he was like a wet fish.
You're getting into dangerous territory. No, dangerous territory. It's too festive.
Yes, you've got to have somebody who grips you and goes,
move on from a wet fish. Move on from a wet fish, please.
Well, talking about
they've got to pull you towards them, and you've got to feel that passion.
Please stop talking about pulling a wet fish, Deb.
Yes, they're talking about passion and how we feel about something. I want to say that our final guest of the year, really, and our favourite guest, and he is a man who has lost his Zoom virginity to the Wonderbirds.
Yes. Yeah, and we enjoyed every minute.
He has. Mr. Bob Barrett, how are you feeling, Bob?
Hey. There I am.
Hello, darling.
Now I introduced you by saying that you lost your Zoom virginity to all four of us.
And you never
did lose my Zoom virginity.
He didn't call, he didn't ring, he didn't send flowers, nothing.
No, nothing since.
Yes.
Nothing since.
Typical. Typical.
It was a great moment in my life, though. I have to say, I'll remember it forever. My Zoom virginity. It's just.
And what does your therapist say?
Keep away from those women.
Over this. You're very lucky. Very lucky to have those.
Never mind the Strictly curse, Bob. It's the Wonderbirds curse.
The Wonderbirds curse. I would rather be on the Wonderbirds than on Strictly.
Right. You said the right thing.
Right too.
You have.
That's why it's the best show. I'd much rather that.
Bob, would you be allowed to do? Would you be allowed to do it if you were asked because of your commitment with Holby?
Yeah, because they've had. I mean, we've had two winners.
Two winners won it.
Yeah. And we had. Who else won it?
Trying to think.
Tom somebody.
The guy.
Tom
Chambers.
Yes.
Tom Chambers.
Of course, he was brilliant.
He had Patsy on it. He was brilliant. Yes. He won it. Patsy did well. Jacobs did really well on it. So we've had a few actually down the line. I don't want to do it.
Next, then. You're next.
One of you've got to do it. You've got to do it. One of you got to do it. That's the most important thing. That's much better. I can't.
It's funny because we had Tony McHale on last week, and actually on Friday, and he was talking about you, Bob. But you had a very interesting audition, didn't you, for Holby? Because did he bring you in?
This is a true story. It was raining, and being a theatre actor, I had holes in I realised I had holes in my shoes.
No.
So Becky, my wife, said, "Oh my God, you can't go with holes in your shoes." So she made me some cardboard soles for my shoes. I went to the audition in cardboard soles in my shoes.
Oh, I love that.
It was just extraordinary. And I got there, and I had sort of wet cardboard soles in my shoes, and I went in. The first bit of the audition, I did so badly, I laughed, and I said,
"Oh no,
that was the worst reading I've ever done." And they laughed, and they said, "Do you want to have another go?" I said, "Just give me that last speech. Let me have a go at that last speech." And I did the last speech, and I laughed, and I went, "Anything? That was even worse." I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. And they laughed, and then Diana Kyle, who was Tony's right-hand woman, who was amazing, who was serious, she said, "I feel you want to have another go at it." And then Tony gave me some brilliant advice. But before that, he said, because when I read the blurb on the character, I thought I can play this. But when I went in there, he came up with all these other things that this character was that wasn't me at all.
Oh no!
The army, I was going, I'm in the army in my life. That's not believable. He said, you're older. You've got grown-up kids. I was going, I haven't got grown-up kids. I'm young. So all those things. But luckily, I fell in love with him, and I just loved him so much.
Anyway, he was very interested the fact that you're on the show as a cook.
We've never talked about cooking. I've eaten most of my meals in my life with Tony McHale because we always go out for food. Never ever mentioned that I cook at all. So he doesn't. He goes out. He has people coming in and they cook, and Jan cooks, I think. So it's all. So he doesn't really. He's like me. We just go out and we eat 12 and get very pissed. So that was what we basically
until now, Bob. Until now, darling.
Until now.
But now,
yeah,
your life has changed.
My
and
life.
What are you going to do for us now? Come on.
Right. I am now a vegan virgin Christmas.
Whoa. That's a mouthful. That is a mouthful.
Another virgin.
That's what they all say.
That's what they all say. That's a set-up line if ever there was one. I'm a vegan. It's my vegan virgin Christmas. Cheers!
To you.
I love that.
Cheers, darling. This is
Cheers,
vegan wine, darling.
Is that vegan wine? You're drinking vegan wine?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cheers.
Where from? Where from?
Wines with stories.
Wines with stories.
Oh,
vegan
I love
wine.
that. I love.
Isn't it fabulous?
See, I always thought, I couldn't believe that all wines weren't vegan. I thought, well, what do they have in them? And then someone says, oh, they get swished around in something that used to have fish in it or something, and all sorts of nonsense.
Oh, that's right. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like you drank vegan wine and that was it. You know, it's all very odd.
Yeah.
So, but I look it up and I find my vegan wines. So a vegan Christmas, because every year for the last 20 odd years ago, I asked my mother-in-law, how many years have you cooked Christmas dinner? And she was one of the greatest people I've ever met. And she said, well, I've cooked it probably for about 25, 30 years every year. And I thought, you will never have to cook it again. I will take on cooking a Christmas dinner. So for years, I have cooked turkey. I did the delia to start with. I used to follow the recipe. You know, my favorite bit of the delia, and the first few years I did it, first time I ever did it, there's halfway through, she goes, now you can go next door and you can treat yourself to a nice glass of champagne that you deserve. And I was thinking, I've already drank a bottle. I'm a bottle down, love. Never mind my first.
Cooking.
What are you talking about? Took a bottle of champagne to cook the thing in the first place. I was thinking, thank you, Delia. Thank you very much. And I was thinking, actually, knowing Delia, probably she'd
done the same.
So anyway, so cooking it, but it's always so nerve-wracking. So, you know, but this time it's so much easier because I don't have to put the turkey in 20 hours before and I don't have to do the whole thing. I just have to make a vegan Wellington, which is what I'm going to do.
Oh, that sounds great.
Sounds great.
And it's so easy. The thing about Christmas, being a vegan, you've got to like mushrooms.
Yes, this is true.
Every Christmas Eve we used to cook, well, up until last year, beef bourguignon. My meal of Christmas Eve was beef bourguignon. And then you'd have turkey or goose for Christmas Day. So this time we're having vegetable stew for Christmas Eve, and we're going to have vegan Wellington. So vegan Wellington is so simple because it's just a mixture of, I mean, you use puff pastry instead of another pastry because usually with a Wellington, you line the Wellington with mushrooms. But this time the mushroom takes center stage and becomes the main ingredient. So you have
so it's like the beef, isn't it? The mushroom becomes the beef.
That's exactly it. And you mix it with onions. You have breadcrumbs in there to beef it up, to make it sort of more sort of substantial. And then you surround it in puff pastry, and that's it. And it's as simple as that. And you put cashew nuts in as well. So you bolster it with nuts, with chestnuts, with mushrooms, and with breadcrumbs and onions. Wow. And that makes it, and it's absolutely delicious. And of course, it's quite dry. So I make an vegan onion gravy.
Right. So can you just tell me, Bob, how do you make the onion vegan gravy, please?
Right. It's so simple. It's the best recipe because I thought when I became a vegan, I thought, okay,
Gravy.
The world is run by gravy. Gravy is the
Me too. Me too.
You can save all the problems in the world with gravy. Gravy.
As long as me too. That's me.
But it's so hard to replace gravy that isn't a meat gravy. It's so hard because they're the most delicious things in the world. So this is the best I've come up with all year. I've spent all year. So it's so easy. I use red onion instead of
red onion. Okay, I'm writing this down.
It's got a sweeter, it's more unctuous and sweeter.
Caramelly, isn't it?
Yeah,
caramelly.
And it's just that's exactly. Yes, it's more caramelly. So it's more. So you fry an onion. So you fry an onion in olive oil. You put in flour. You put in 2 tablespoons of flour.
Yeah.
Into it. So you have 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You fry the onion. Then you put 2 and maybe 2.5 tablespoons of flour. Then you mix in vegetable stock.
Yeah.
And then you add. Now we can't have Marmite in the house because it's
got meat in it.
It's got meat, yes. So you can't have Marmite. So either you have. I mean, you can put Marmite in it because you can find a vegan Marmite. We use soy sauce. So you just put like 2 teaspoons of soy sauce in it. You can put yeast extract in it as well.
Is it like this Vegemite or something, isn't that?
Yes, absolutely. So you put that in and you put into, and so that gives it a sort of beefy type flavor. And then you either blitz it, or if you want the bits of onion, you keep the bits of onion. If not, then you blitz it in the blender, and you've got it smooth. And it is, I swear, the best.
So what makes it thicker then is the flour, isn't it?
Yes.
Rather than what we would normally use.
You use a lot. Now I use a lot. I use about for 2.5 tablespoons of flour, I use 1.3 pints of stock. So you use a lot of stock, because otherwise it gets too thick.
Can I ask a question? Yeah. Whether you add any vegan sherry, not literally the person, although some of us might like to, obviously, but or whether you use any alcohol in it just to give it that little edge.
Yeah, I was wondering that.
Well, I will now, won't I? Because that sounds marvelous.
I was
thinking of that before, but now the problem is I add so much alcohol to myself before I cook it that I just forget.
You don't even notice.
You don't think about it.
I've got the alcohol flavour. But you're right.
You could put red vegan wine in.
Even port. Even something
port.
Like
port, yes.
Port would go very well with red onion.
I've written all that. I'm going to make that this week.
I love port. So you can now port is vegan.
I've got a recipe for you, Bob. Stir-fried sprouts with ginger.
I want. I'm cooking this. We're cooking this.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
So it's
pen and paper.
Rapeseed oil.
Rapeseed oil.
3 tablespoons of rapeseed oil. 2 tablespoons of fresh ginger.
Oh my God.
Then you've got it means just cut up small. 3 garlic cloves, hazelnuts coarsely chopped. You want cooked sprouts sliced with sea salt and black pepper.
Right.
A bunch of spring onions, trimmed obviously and cut, and then coriander and date syrup, which is optional.
No, date syrup is the most delicious thing.
Must.
So it's
now, I think you can really chuck all that in together, to be honest. I mean, I would read it out, but I think you would know what to do with that, Bob.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Dave, do something for us on Christmas Day, and we don't mean to intrude on your Christmas Day, but if you would just take some pictures or just a little bit of film of the food you made, and then next time you come on, you can talk about it.
I'd love that. I'll do it. What we're going to do, why this is so amazing, because we were going to do something funky with each of the vegetables.
There's your sprouts.
Wow.
So there's my sprouts. That's my sprout recipe. We're going to do maple glazed carrots. We're going to do all those different things, and do something with the parsnips and the potatoes. So every single section of vegetable we're going to funk up.
Oh,
yay! There's another word. Debbie, as a non-cook, has a different word for funk up, don't you?
Yes, it is. Yes, exactly. So
She completely funked it up.
I do.
Completely.
Always.
Won't even
So,
Just
Bob,
so long as you
what
know.
about a pudding? Bob, what about a pudding, though? You can't have
Oh.
Christmas pudding.
No
We
suet.
have my sister from America always sends me something from Fortons and Masons. Bless her. She always goes, right, here's something from, and this year she said, "Are you vegan?" I said yes. She sent us. We've got a vegan Christmas pudding.
Ooh. Wow.
From Fortons and Masons. So we're very lucky.
No.
Now the problem is, of
fabulous.
course, you can't get cream. So you can't have cream. So you have to think outside the box. But we've got ice cream. We've got different vegan ice creams you can get. So because there's the vegan ice cream market has exploded.
Yes.
Yes, it has.
There's so many vegan ice creams. So you can have as many, so we're going to have that. But I have to have Christmas pudding's my favorite thing over the whole of Christmas.
You see, I hate Christmas pudding, so I never know what to have other than
People
something
do
else.
I like
trifles.
mince
Sometimes they do a
pies.
mince pies are divine, and trifles. People do.
Yeah, but they're not
trifles at
vegan. They're not vegan.
No, because they've got milk
You can
and
do.
cream.
You can do a vegan one. That's what I'm saying. You could do a vegan one. couldn't you?
Maybe.
Well, Becky,
What's
my
the
wife,
sub-
cooked vegan mince
what's the-
pies yesterday, and they were incredible.
Did she?
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah, they did.
Wow.
How did you make
Absolutely
them?
amazing. With buckwheat powder,
These
buckwheat
things
flour.
called-
It was so good.
Right.
Oh, you see,
So
you've got
lovely.
to know all this, though, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's just
That's brilliant.
What's the substitute for cream, Bob?
get soya cream. You can get soya cream. You can get Oatly, which is my favorite, which we've talked about.
Yes.
Oatly,
Right.
milk. They do a cream, which is incredible.
Right.
They also do a yogurt, which is amazing. So
Fabulous.
you can mix and match. It's just I miss. I mean, cream is because I used to have the
No,
brandy
I know.
as well.
Me
Yeah.
too, brandy.
It's brandy
cream.
butter. Brandy
Yeah.
butter I love
Oh.
as well. Could just eat
I tell
it.
you, and they
Yeah.
do vegan cakes now. What's that cake? It's a long thin. It's long thick, and it's got chocolate on the top. And
Yule
cream
log. A Yule log.
No. It's puff
Chocolate log.
pastry.
Chocolate
Puff
log.
pastry, chocolate on the top, and cream in the middle. What's that cake called?
A roulade. Roulade.
No.
Oh.
Well, you're all
All right, give up.
useless.
I know. Not Battenberg, but something.
It's a log.
No,
a log.
it's chocolate and puff
Yes,
pastry.
yes.
I've said Yule log
Eclair?
about 3 times. Just shout.
Eclair.
You
An
mean
eclair.
Yes.
Eclair.
Or
I had a
profiteroles.
vegan chocolate eclair the other day, Bob.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
my God.
Where
I
from?
would not have known. I would not have known.
Seriously?
Where was it?
Yeah.
Where was it from,
Where
Cherry?
did you get it from? Did you?
It was from a shop who sells vegan cakes.
Where was the shop? Can I ask where the shop was?
It was in a place called Parbold, which is near me where I live.
Oh
So it's
my
a
God.
little tiny wee village, and it's beautiful. It's actually Ormskirk, actually, but it's near, on the way to Southport. They're shut now because they're a restaurant, of course.
Yeah.
When they
how
open
amazing.
again, Bob, I'll get you their number.
Oh, thank you. Because there is a vegan cake shop now in Greenwich. There was a stall which my eldest used to work on at the weekends, and it sold the most incredible vegan cake. I mean, I
They
didn't.
do,
notice the
yeah,
difference.
and they taste the
Couldn't tell the
same, believe
They
me.
do. They do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But that
amazing.
Brussels recipe is unbelievable.
Do you
That
like
Brussels
it?
recipe, I'm gonna do it. I'm
I'm
gonna do it.
sorry, you need. Maybe we can put it on somewhere so you can see the actual
Yes.
thing. Yeah, but
That'll
it's
be
lovely.
lovely.
I'll show you the picture of it.
Yeah.
I'll show you the picture of it.
I'm actually getting converted now.
Oh my
because
God.
that was
now you
nice.
said about port and dates. Oh, my favourite.
Listen, all
Just because it's pork.
you need is port and dates.
I
Port
am
and dates.
never,
That's it.
Important
ever,
dates.
ever going to be a vegan again. I was a vegan before it was even invented.
You were.
I
You
was a
were.
vegan for 7 years, and in that time there was no food at all. I wouldn't eat anything. I used to there were even certain fruits I wouldn't eat because they might have been sprayed with something. I was one of those weird
Really?
people.
Oh my
Really?
God.
When did what made you come back to the dark side, darling?
And when I met my husband, who said to me, if you don't eat chicken or fish or anything, I can't marry you because you don't eat anything.
Oh,
Well, you should have dumped
You
it.
should have
in
known
those days, it was true. I didn't eat anything. I mean, I was so finicky. And he said, I just want to share a meal with you. It wasn't like it is today.
Oh, that's lovely though.
You're going back 40 years when I was
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know,
35.
when
2.5.
Darling, you're 35. How can we go back 40
Exactly.
She was an embryo, darling.
And the
Bewildered.
only place, because I remember going on tour, the only place that was the most exciting place to go to was either Food for Thought when I was doing a play in the West End, which had all vegan food, and it was so wonderful. But because I'm not a cook anyway, I used to think I just could only eat sort of like, you know, certain things. So it was I was very, very strict, and then I started to eat chicken and fish, and then that was the end of me. But I don't eat red meat.
Could he not have become a vegan for you?
He wouldn't have done that.
So you see, and that's why he's no longer there.
She should have known.
Exactly.
She should have known.
Do you all remember Cranks?
Oh,
Yes,
I love
of
Cranks.
course.
In Covent
I've got
Garden.
their old
great
cookbook.
Cranks.
Yeah.
I've got the
Yeah,
old
I've got their old
cookbook. I've got the old
cookbook, yeah.
Cranks cookbook.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Food for Thought in Neil Street was
Yeah.
vegan. The other ones were
Divine.
vegetarian. Food for Thought in Neil Street was vegan, and
It was
they used to
wonderful.
have used to sit on the floor there. I mean, it was a really hippie place, and it was the
Yeah.
most incredible food that you'd ever tasted. It was
Oh.
just brilliant, and the
It only closed
colours and
down.
everything.
I
It only
know.
closed down recently, didn't it? In the last few years, it
Yes.
hasn't been gone for long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
and
who
Neil's
was it?
Yard.
And
Oh.
Neil's Yard. Oh, Neil's Yard.
Mm.
Well, Neil's Yard's got Wild
Oh.
Food Cafe, which is the best.
Oh, it is
best.
fabulous.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Bob,
God.
Really
what
gorgeous.
do you do about sausages?
Pizza and
Did you have
blankets.
to
I
ask
ask
that? Did
myself
you
every
have
day.
to ask that? Oh, geez.
Do you, I mean, obviously, you know,
Being a
everybody-
virgin.
you know, we all like to share a sausage every now and then.
Who's like?
But
I
Sarah?
don't share. No, I don't share my sausages. Just saying.
You're right, actually. All
But
bets
Bob,
are off.
Bob will have the best sausage in the world, won't you, Bob?
I will have the best sausage. I love,
Yeah.
love a good sausage. Mate.
Is it, darling? Is it wrapped in a blanket?
Well, you can. You can.
What is in it?
Yeah, well. I tell you what, though. I tell you what. You don't feel. You know when you eat a normal sausage. I used to live off normal sausages. You go. You're a bit like because you feel it.
Toenails.
Because you absolutely know what's going in a vegan sausage or a vegetarian.
Yes, and what
Yeah,
is
cool.
going in a vegan sausage? Let's hear this.
Pea protein. Pea protein.
Oh.
goes-
Pea. As
Pea
in
protein. Pea
P
protein
A.
is a bit of a winner
Peas.
all the way around.
Did you say?
actually.
Did you say pea?
Pea.
Peas.
As in the vegetable, darling.
As
Not
in the
as in the
vegetable.
liquid.
I've got
Not as
some.
in the
Like, can
liquid.
I show you? Am I allowed?
Yes, show us your
Yes.
sausage, Bob.
Right,
Show us
okay.
your sausage. It's panto time.
Yes, they're fabulous.
Oh gosh.
Gosh.
Gosh, how
Oh my
lovely.
Gosh,
goodness.
one.
So
Got,
Really?
I know, 'cause he's on your show, isn't he? Gosh. So they're with sage, lentil, and black pepper, or
Ooh. Heck.
yes.
heck, which are meat free as well. I mean, it's and it's got what's in it? Herbs and spices. What's the actual ingredients? I'm going to look now. Pea protein. It's all pea protein. Pea protein
Ooh.
and pea fiber and pea everything really. My
So
God.
peas,
Oh.
So
basically.
yes. So pea
Well,
protein.
pea.
Also,
That's very interesting.
pea protein is so gorgeous, and you know that with meat, everyone says, "What's this?" Taste like when you think about anything that you don't know what it tastes like. Everyone always goes, "Oh, it's like chicken. Tastes like chicken." So snails taste like chicken. Taste like chicken. But actually, pea protein does taste like chicken. Has a sort of chickeny flavour to it.
Wow.
So pea protein's a winner all the way. I'm a
Right.
hard-firing member. Of
That's it then.
When I was a vegan, the thing that I used to eat the most were mung beans.
Yes, a mung bean,
Remember those?
dear.
Yeah,
Mung
I used to be
beans.
able to
Oh,
make
no.
mung bean burgers, all of those things, because they were so they're not as fashionable now. But in those days,
No.
it was kind of like the only thing you could make.
And
Yeah.
what were those?
Mung
was it the
beans are
mung bean
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Or is it mung
They
bean
are.
sprouts? Those sprouty bits.
Yeah, they're sprouty things. Are
Yeah,
they?
oh,
Sprouty
they're
things.
delicious.
Yes.
Oh no,
Are
mung
they?
is gorgeous.
Mm.
But then
Very
you've
good
got
for your bowels, Harriet.
I am not
Just
discussing my
saying.
bowels. I'm not discussing my
How
bowels
are your
today.
bowels, Bob? By the way, has it
That'll
changed?
be brilliant.
Because we have talked about the wind issue.
Yes.
We have
my
talked about
character
wind.
is a bowel specialist on Holby City.
Yes, who is he?
Yes, of
It's
course.
an interesting segue. I don't want to get too involved because it's.
I think we
show.
need to know, darling, because it's a big life change.
Yes.
I'm more.
Because do you run your own electricity off the wind all in the house? now?
Yes. I've powered Lewisham for the last year.
There you go.
It's been amazing.
There you go.
It's been amazing. Oh my God.
It's been so lovely seeing you.
Oh, it's been amazing seeing you.
Amazing.
Listen, you've kept us all. You've been one of the great things about this year has been.
Oh, thank you.
You've been
That's very
darling.
kind.
Thank you.
Everyone else, and you've kept everyone
Thank
going.
you.
So thank you so much, and have an amazing Christmas.
Have a
We'll see you
wonderful
after
darling.
Christmas, Bob, obviously.
I'll take a picture of the table, and I'll
Yes.
show you all the different things that we've cooked. Absolutely.
Yes.
And when you come
Including the
back,
brussels.
Bob, you need to bring us something good for 2021, because we need, if I can use the phrase, on every level in our lives, uplifting.
Yes.
Yes.
I will.
Okay.
Something uplifting.
Yes, something
I will bring
uplifting.
something uplifting. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Bye, darling.
Bye.
Bye, darling.
Bye. Bye.
What a
There's not
man.
one thing we haven't discussed now. We've done wind, we've done bowels, we've done
Yeah.
pea
Yes.
protein, obviously.
We're there.
We've done everything.
Hair,
We've done everything.
hair removal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, he's such what a fantastic man he is.
Oh,
He's
joyous.
amazing.
Oh,
Amazing.
I just love him so much, and to think that he went to that audition with his shoes with cardboard in
With
them.
cardboard.
I know.
But do you remember doing that? I remember doing that.
Yeah.
Always putting cardboard when you get a hole in your shoe.
Yeah.
Jeez.
No.
You've never done it,
Never
Debbie?
done that.
No.
No, I haven't done it either, but that's because the shoes I wear probably are open-toed or whatever. So it feels like that.
Wayne,
But
You walk
listen,
on
that's
tiptoe.
normal.
on Wednesday, we have the most fantastic thing happening. Our fantastic creative Wonderbird, Harriet, has devised the most incredible pantomime. Harriet, take it from
Yes,
there.
Thank you.
Please.
Well, we needed some festive cheer. And I thought it's only right and proper that the Wonderbirds do a Zoom panto. And we have some amazing guests, which I'd like to keep as a surprise, but I might have to say Richard E. Grant, Chris Biggins, Leslie Joseph, Jennifer Saunders, Richard Arnold, Lavoie. I might have to say a few of those people.
And Linda Lusardi.
To name
And-
but a few.
I was just going to say, and of course, our Wonderbird friend, Linda Lusardi.
Yes.
So please join us all. You'll be mystified by the characters. They're all so far from us all.
Isn't
But it's a wonderful panto. So be there. And then on following shows, you can shout, "It was behind you." Thank you.
So,
Brilliant. Thank you,
So
Harriet.
join us on Wednesday for our panto. And we shall see you actually in our Best Bits show. So we're kind of signing off now, really, till January the 4th. But we will be with you in lots and lots of different Best Bits shows and lots of things. So we're not going away. We're not really going away. We promise.
No.
We are here. You can always get us on the Amazing Wonderbirds website if you need to contact us. And we mean that.
Absolutely.
Don't feel alone this year. And if you do, just watch the panto because that will make you laugh.
Absolutely.
Thank you for
Several
being-
times, yeah.
Thank you for being amazing. And we are going to give you the best next year that we possibly can. Thank you, everyone, for looking
Thank you,
after us.
everybody.
We're with you in
Cheers.
spirit. We're with you in spirits.
Cheers. We are.
Cheers.
Happy Christmas, everyone.
Happy Christmas
Happy
and
Christmas.
safe New Year.
Happy Christmas.
Keep
Merry
well.
Christmas.
Hi Wonderbirds, Sam here with my Christmas tree. Now, by the looks of it, you would have thought my cats decorated it. But nope, that's all my handiwork. Just wanted to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and hope to see you all in the new year. Mwah.
I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hello, Wonderbirds. This is me and Fred saying, well done for this year. You've been brilliant. I hope you have a brilliant year next year. Lots of love. See you soon. Love from me, Leslie. Bye. Bye.
To all the Wonderbirds fans out there, a very Merry Christmas.
Hi, this is Marty Wilde. I'd like to wish all the Wonderbirds and all the viewers a fantastic and wonderful and peaceful Christmas.
On the 4th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 Wonderbirds, 3 million streams, 2 tons of glam, and 1 erstwhile guest. Oh, that's me. Merry Christmas, girls.